Hello, everybody. The Astro-gravitational report today for July 26th. Good energies in a way. Talking about going deep, 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 deep there. Today you may gonna find yourself digging it within the old, digging it within the unfinished things. That it has to do a lot with the retrograde seasons. Just had a conversation. I walked the dog out, and one of the guys who knows that I deal with astrology, he asked me, "Deal, what's going on? What's with this? What's with this stars?" Had to tell them that the retrograde seasons in there. I'm gonna make some video about this for you guys. But the retrograde seasons, they're coming with its purpose. The purpose you actually review yourself, learn from the mistakes, and after you learn them, you prove to yourself that you learn them, and you're moving forward in life. So we're talking about this retrograde energy. Venus, Lilith, and Mercury retrograde. They are Mercury, who is not retrograde, but you may gonna feel like a retrograde energy because of Venus sends you back old communications, old loves. You may find old these situations inside of you is going to be triggered in there. But what is it, the lessons today? The lessons today is going to be coming in directly from Saturn. Why? Saturn is in divine aspect with the sun, talking about the authority. The authority sends you back, or they send you back your authority to look your authority from within. And as you guys know, Leo season is about work on yourself to mature, to grow. So if you're waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, the sun is gonna be rising that time. As the energy within you, the midheaven, it is very close to the north node in areas, and the moon, it is actually opposing Jupiter at this time, but she's gonna be opposing later on Uranus. So with that being said, this energy is going to be increasing from within as the day as we speak. Especially we're talking about like in the next hour or so, that rising ascendant energies at 8 o'clock, they'll be connecting with Lilith, Venus, Mercury, with all those divine energies pouring from the Neptune to send you back in time, from Pluto send you back in time to review things. And at the same time, since Venus is there, it's also retrograde, is all going back. Some of you is going to feel like you dealing with the old energies and you had enough with it. Well, actually, you to prove the new energies that you learned when there was no retrogrades. So look at inside of you. I'm going to explain more in the video that I'm doing later on today. Uh, just watch for that video. It's going to come out. Look at inside of you is about the whole purpose of this, because that's how the growth comes in. But you're gonna feel this energy of coming back, and if you look at it forward, you know, really within yourself, you're also gonna find out the things about that back in the time. There was something that told you, be mindful of what you're doing because later on that's what maybe happened. And that was it coming in from Saturn in there. And Saturn can tell you one thing today to your authority. I told you so. And you may gonna look that the energies or I told you so is gonna be for a while. You may feel that, find it within your consciousness, within your subconsciousness, that you didn't listen something. And this is why the lessons of this is you to listen. Listen within your authority of the soul within yourself. And that's what the power of the retrograde is so powerful. Actions are based of growth. You're looking at to grow, which is beautifully matching with the energy of the Leo season. It is about maturity. Everything that goes on right now, it is about maturity. And this maturity, it is about all over the place. You to mature on all area of lives. Doesn't matter what those area of life is. There could be a business, there could be a relationship, could be a personal growth, could be a spiritual growth, could be a growth with the divine. However, your case might be, but it's growth. So be patient within this. Get into revaluation of yourself. and grow from this. Talking about like uh, 10, 11 o'clock, the energies are going to be more, specifically even 12 o'clock, the energy is going to be more calmed down. There is not going to be a big shaked up within the energies. The energy is more going to begin to shake up more after 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Talking about this because midheaven is together with the sun. That is a direct oppositions with Pluto. There is no more squaring towards the moon, which is pretty good because the moon, it says like I grew a little bit. The 1/4 of the lessons that I need to do, it's done. I have to finish the next portions of the lessons, which is until you have this full oppositions in there. That is going to be during the full moon, that it's going to be in Aquarius. And if you're Aquarius, you're going to feel these energies in there, especially about the age of Aquarius. This is going to be really pounding what kind of authority, and looking at the authority with yourself or authority with others, which is Aquarius is. So some of you is gonna get these triggers, and those triggers at 2 o'clock because the rising energies, the ascendant, is gonna be going with the moon. Be mindful of those emotions because midheaven at 17 degrees here is going to be squaring the moon and also squaring Jupiter, and Uranus is gonna be involved with all that. That is gonna create this intensity. Emotions is like um, what happened in the past, what happened with this crash, what happened with this unhealed wounds, unhealed situations, unresolved things. It's rising up. Why? So you can free yourself up. If you've been dealing with this, you've been growing with this, these energies, they're going to help you because with Mars is going to be begin to sextile the moon at Scorpio. Beautiful energies in there. The moon is a trine with Pluto. It's like, okay, I understand this changes that I need to do, these adjustments that I need to do, these revaluations helps me to make adjustments of myself. Be compassionate with this because that is going to be begin to help you a lot because right now we have Lilith, Venus, and Mercury. They are trining the North Node, and in the next hour, actually at 3 o'clock, that energy is going to be very highly increasing and shifting too quick. So between the 3 and 4 o'clock, be patience in there because that energy is going to be connecting to the North Node, but it's also going to begin to square the moon that is in Scorpio, diving within the underworld with the shadow with yours. Things that you never said to you, things that you have not looking at you, maybe looking at even digging in within the subconscious. But the subconscious knew things will come up like this. And this is one of the lessons of maturity. You to listen more your subconscious, what's going on within this little voice that you don't listen within yourself. Later on at 4 o'clock, there in the 5 o'clock, the energies are going to be a little bit more calmed down. The midheaven is going into Libra. There is a divine energies with Saturn. There it's going to be more involved with the authority to make that balance within yourself, balance between what your desire and what your needs. You know, you try to match all this to comes in together. It is about like how you perceive the soul within the body and how you look at the body about the relationship within the soul. This correlations in there is has to be balanced within because the moon at Scorpio, it is about this intimacy, this intense intimacy that it's coming in there, and it's right now going towards Mars, but at the same time, it is the intimacy leading to the soul, or you're only earning about the flesh. So be careful with those energies because they can lead you to kind of like making a sins or getting a third wheel. You guys know what I'm talking about in their positions, but those are the things that comes in within the shadow. To 6 o'clock, midheaven, it's 22 degrees. There is divine energies with the universe. The universe sends you guidelines how to make this balance. If you make that balance, you have a peace with the universe. So you're good. You're great with that positions. But if you're not, what you need to transform because the midheaven, the inner work of that hour, is going to be squaring Pluto. It's like you see your limitations and you didn't desire to change. Oh, I want to be that way. But it continue to be the same way. You didn't learn the lesson. You're going to repeat the same mistakes. This is why some of you is going to feel like the universe is pushing you. And if you feel pushed, why do you feel pushed? You're going to feel that push, talking about between 7 and 8 o'clock, because the midheaven is going into Scorpio, gets together with the moon. And that is going to be your focus, your emotions. But where your emotions is going to be? With the proper emotions, with the proper actions, which is the moon, it is sextile Mars, and Mars is in beautiful trine with Jupiter, and the ascendant that is at 13 degrees of, that's the rising energies, they're helping you. They're in a trine with Mars, and it's the same time. The moon is about 16 degrees of Scorpio. It is sextiling the ascendant. There is this beautiful kite of that moment. It's basically the energy is going to tell you here's these oppositions, but without these oppositions, you're going to learn to get strong. You're going to be this middle backbone of this kite, so you can supporting the whole kite from within. So if you're facing your fears and you're facing your underworld within yourself, you're gonna get fly because you're understanding the real reason they are been putting within your subconscious for in yourself. As I said, that's gonna be 7 and 8 o'clock is gonna be even more intense with this energies. And at 9 o'clock, the moon is not gonna have any positive aspects. Be mindful what you're thinking after 9 p.m. 8, 9 p.m. What do you do through this? What are you telling to yourself? Okay, that's gonna shows up actually pretty much the full moon energy. Give you this preview how it's gonna feel when at the moon it's gonna be at Aquarius. The moon is gonna be opposing Mercury, and it's gonna be opposing this Venus at some point when I exiting Aquarius. But at the same time, the sun is gonna be kind of like almost there. So you're gonna see this in a few days, how those energies are gonna be, but that oppositions in there is gonna be triggered because we are talking about this cross of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. I know you guys sick of it of hearing about this cross, but that's what this is. Okay, to breaking out these limits, to breaking out this stubbornness, to breaking out this ego, to breaking out these hidden situations, and to breaking out the fears of new, which is Aquarius. So this is what that it goes on. About 11 o'clock in there, you're gonna get some more positive energies because the inner work that you did is going to be very beautiful. There's going to be an yacht. The one side the yacht is going to be at the midheaven, the inner work that you did, and it's connecting with the sun, and the sun is in divine energies with Saturn. And you look at those lessons of life inside of it. For some of you, it may be hard, heavy. For some of you, it may be light. For some of you, maybe purging something from your subconscious within, because the moon is actually digging into this. The moon is oppositions only with Jupiter and Uranus, but that can give you the heads up. What is stopping you to progress in life? Is your own shadow? Are you hiding something from within yourself? Are you have a hidden secrets, hidden agendas in there? And by discovering the truth within you, which is that's what the reason of you going into those Scorpio energies is going to help you to develop yourself more and more better. You put the light within the darkness and you understand the things in the shadow. Beautiful, beautiful parts if you are a light worker at this time, because you're learning, you're improving yourself more and more with those retrograde energies. So that's what it was, the astro-gravitational report, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the new subscribers. And I hope you have a great day. but be compassionate and you use those energies to help you. Okay, help is always giving. All you have to do is ask. The universe is always there for you. All right, guys, love you so much. Be love, be at peace, and love yourself. Okay, when you love yourself, your ability is increasing of loving others. Thank you so much.